that you've spent with me and spent with us here at the Standard Bank Heron Bridge Festival. Thank you. It's Barry Wilson, and I look forward to being with you on Monday again.
Hey, boot. Hey, man.
Go! Yo!
My catch us to squeeze.
Oh, I catch up.
Yeah.
Big chase, Sutherland. From the first moment, let's dominate.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this game between Krugersdorp and Sutherland. My name is Barry Wilson, and I'm very honoured to be here on the mic this afternoon with you. It's been a very entertaining game of rugby before this with regards to Krugersdorp being victorious over Heronbridge College, 14 points to 10. Right, game on here. It's Krugersdorp now through the hands. Some good tackling by Sutherland, 13. Sishle Sekakani for Krugersdorp trying to recycle. Referee says, please come back. He's seen forward pass in that, and that's time to scrum down. And this is going to Sutherland's put it. Kieran Fasaki will get the ball and will try to get his scrum going again. An impressive day yesterday. Right, we into the 4th minute of the game here. Kieran Fasaki waiting to feed. Right, and Kieran Fasaki again. Can he get that ball out through? And a forward pass. Kieran Fasaki going to ground and then trying to get that ball out to his wing. Unfortunately, that ball going forward for Sutherland. And number 11, desperate to receive that ball. Quincy in Sabatsi. That ball going forward. Referee now calling for a set scrum here. Having a good chat at this time, making sure that both scrums are ready. Referee's been good at this throughout this tournament with making sure safety factor first and keeping the scrums up. Good feed, good service now from Cabrera class. And referee now calling that it will be to Sutherland, advantage penalty because all the kickers were in front, all the runners were in front of the kick, should I say, and with that said, he's going to give them an option. So we're just waiting which option they're going to take. And 14 in front of the kick, so penalty taken. And with the penalty taken and not the scrum option, that has given number 12 from Sutherland an opportunity. That is Lieme Yanana to gain his team some 20 metres going forward. And number 8, Karat Swanapool, will be feeding this line out. An untidy one that has come now through onto the Krugersdorp side. And well picked up by number 4, being Jordan Pullen. Jordan Pullen trying to settle it down for Krugersdorp, and referee says let's come back rather for the knock in the line out by Sutherland. The ball already in the hands of the Krugersdorp scrum of Cabrera class. I see that Cabrera has had a good record at his school. I see he's down as a first team rugby player and first team cricket player as well. So lots of talent in this young man. Being consistent is referee Philip now. He's not going to rush things. You make sure you listen to the calls he's saying. I want to make sure that all of these forwards stay on their feet. That's his responsibility, so well done, Mr. Nell. Better class now, ready to feed. Good scrum from Sutherland, but Krugersdorp have done well through the hands from 12, and that is Ryan Kumba, and that's into touch. Kieran Fasaki looking for the quick throw in, but rather in this position, slow things down and win your line outs. Krugersdorp to get this ball into the line out for Sutherland. And this time they have one. It's a Kieran Fasaki. He gives it on to Olweto Undudada. Recycle ball. Zintif, roll away is the call. Roll away. Number 4. Did well just now, Mr. Pullen, but roll away is the call. Can't lie there once you've made the tackle. And Kieran Fasaki has said, right, it's time we slow things down and we're going to have a look at the polls here. A good call. It's early on in the game, and Senzo Mashaya, their far half coming forward to put 3 points on the board. Many rugby follower will know the old saying of get points on the board first. It's always a psychological advantage. And could this be the case here for Sutherland today? Right, 9 minutes into the game. Senzo's kick, he's pushed that wide. Krugersdorp have got it and dotted it down. It's gone over the try line and easy dot down for Krugersdorp. What are Krugersdorp going to do with this? Is it to put it deep? And they have tried to find some ground, but there again, number 8 in Krugersdorp is the man that receives and advances well. Double roll, triple roll is the call by Krugersdorp on the ground. Tap and go, well done. Good reactive stuff from Krugersdorp High, not 10 from the tap penalty. So 10. That's a good kick. And has reached the touchline.
Let's take the back to the 22 and let's go!
10.5 minutes gone in the game. And Krugersdorp now really in the Sutherland half for one of the first times in the game. They got to win their line out here. And it was thrown to Tristan Duplessis, the number 8, but Sutherland did get up, got fingers to it to disrupt that line out. Still Krugersdorp line out. Will it be again to Tristan Duplessis, or is it going to be varied? It's an early jump from Sutherland. Referee's call is correct, short arm. So Pullen can take it, tap. Big lock, this big boy at number 4 lock. He passes that through onto Ryan Kumbula. And he in the tackle, unfortunately, let that ball go forward in the tackle. Big scrum needed now. Back to Kieran Fasaki to feed. He's got to find his man. He had a good game yesterday. His fly half Senzo Mashaya. Good pairing at 9 and 10 for Sutherland half. Solid scrum, and it's through the hands. Gone the other way now. And a good handoff. And this is a good run. And that's well played there by Karen Beach. He's had a good run today. Knock forward. That has gone forward in the aggressive run from Kieran Beach, and referee says, come boys, let's come in and let's settle down and let's take the scrum. This time it'll be the chance of Gabetta Class again to feed his scrum. A solid scrum from both teams last time, but there was a slight wheel and it gave Kieran Beach the opportunity to gain his 30 meters.
Once you win that ball, Zeke, you get to the screen.
Gabetta Class now waiting patiently to feed. Kosi Satoli, his fly half. Where are they going to go with this Krugersdorp? Are we going out wide or are we going to put this back into the Sutherland half? There's a wheel there. The ball is out. It's well played by Klaas. Satoli as well. It's through the hands. This is good running from Krugersdorp. This ball is out. So can that be played? Klaas is there. He receives. It's quick hands. Satoli again. This has got to be... And referee has played the advantage. He's coming all the way back though. And number 9, that would be Kieran Fasaki. He's gone beyond right at the original infringement from the scrum. Went beyond the last line of feet. So we're playing on. Young man from Krugersdorp seems to be fine, and referee Philip now says he's not involved in the action at the moment. Let's get on with the game. And Satoli now putting that a good 25 meters forward. And that was an injection of some positive running from Krugersdorp boys hard there. Krugersdorp hard. And we've got Timmy Goliath now to put this in for his team. Oh, I see the big man pulling, standing at the back. Or will it go again to the Tristan Duplessis, their number 8? It has gone to Tristan Duplessis, Klaas. Again, Kieran Fasaki. He may have been called for early advancement from that phase. Has been knocked forward. And referee Philip now has said that the whole Sutherland backline has advanced 10. And now it's time to decide. The same thing. Should they go for poles? Get the points on the board, or Satoli going for the corner flag? He seems to be going for the corner flag. And after the success of that last line out, we can understand why. Timothy Goliath now, he's got to make sure he finds his jumpers again. Is there a variation, or will it still go to Tristan Duplessis? It seemed to work. Their number 8 who jumps well in the line out for them. Ball was won there last time. No need to change. Has been won again, and they are bringing their players in. Tighten it up. And in the line out, not securing it enough, and the arriving players knocking that ball forward. That was encouraging from Krugersdorp, because they could have got that more going. Then it could have been very interesting. They had secured it tightly from the line out. Right, here we go. Kieran Fasaki. Live wire at scrum off for the Sutherland team. But a good scrum from Krugersdorp. Yes, it has been secure. Ball is out though. Well, that could be interesting. There have been fingers on that. So in that fling back, very difficult for Sutherland to have picked up and knocked from the wing. Inoffensi into Batsi. Difficult ball to pick up in that time, under pressure. (21) coming on, and that's Lingwood. He's on. Dean Lingwood gets that ball away. Satoli, a good flat run from his centre partner, Ryan Kumbula. Hands on again, Dean Lingwood, and now we're looking for the right wing, and that being Kakis Atlaba to go forward, but holding on and diving over, double call here. That's what happens with the excitement that builds up and getting so close, and then players going off their feet. And I've mentioned that throughout the game, so commonly noticed here, where arriving players down quick to dive in and stop at the pickup time at the ruck and dive and lose their body position and go off their feet, and referees correctly calling it. Has taken the pressure off for Sutherland. And once again, Gerard Swanepoel, their number 8, is trusted with the duties to put this in. That is a good win. It's off the top. Good work here. That's got to go into the boot, and it has done so with Senzo Nashaya doing that. Advancement. All offside. Once again, playing from deep was Senzo Nashaya. And again has been returned. And referee, it's good to see, had made the incorrect call with his decision there, with the Krugersdorp players actually offside. And the Honourable turning around to say he had made a mistake in his call. And this is a fancy, this is an opportunity. Right, this is very interesting. And Sutherland did get that ball into touch with a good penalty kick, gaining some 40 metres. The ball had crossed the line and gone into touch. It had been knocked back, but a fancy from Sutherland, the left wing, had been following up correctly and was on his way to the try line from that rebound, but the ball was out. And Kieran Saki again. He's finding. It's good play here from Sutherland going forward. Who's going to be picking that up at the back? It's well done. 6 and Kumakulo Matuke taking it on. That's a good pick up and drive. You've just got to get jockeys, and that is men support players over the ball. Pick and go again is the call. Sutherland have definitely got their spirits up here now. Referee calling Krugersdorp background to stay on side through the hands of Senzo. And referee coming back here for the infringement. And once again, the callers do Sutherland actually put points on the board. Score still 0-0. And we are into the 21st minute of this game. Number 12 takes it, and that is Niyema Yanana, but he has not found touch, and that now gives Krugersdorp the opportunity to take that in-goal kick that went straight out on the flag, and now it gives them a scrum option that they have chosen. Krugersdorp will be looking at Nkasi Satoli, their man now, to get this ball back and get it out of play. He's got a good reach on him, and can he get this ball out of their half? And that's Krugersdorp's half. And they are showing being adventurous here. Karen Beach making sure they're not going to get through him. Once again, good pick and go from Frank Kudeka. Frank Kudulia. Hard tackle called, asking all players to keep their tackles low. Right, that is a great kick, and that takes play into the Sutherland half, just short of the 10-meter line. 23.5 minutes gone, and the score still 0-0, and it's wonderful when two sides are evenly balanced and both sides passionate to score. So number 2, Owoti Naduda, is coming off. And 17 is Don Luke Sidders. He's come on. That's well taken again in the line out. Right, and the low pass not making it easy for fly half in Corsi Satori, and he also probably having a slight look at who's coming on to him. Couldn't get down in time to pick that up, so off the fingers, and Kieran Fasaki gets the chance now to put the ball in. Senzo Mashaya now, the fly half for Sutherland. Which way are we going to go? Fancy, the left wing, is all is waiting as well. But that's a good scrum from Krugersdorp. Senzo sends it through the hands. It's in the hands now of his centres, Liama Yanana. What's the call going to be? And stay going off his feet. Kieran Foxaki's not going to wait. He's got the 10-meter advantage. And Kieran Fasaki, strong man this. He had his mindset on gaining that advantage, which he did. And Liema Yanana is the man that's going to be putting this ball into touch. Just make sure now that this stays in field with regards to the touchline. And that's a good effort that has been made. Going forward ball. Just short of the 22 of Krugersdorp Park. And Gerard Swanepoel yet again to put this ball in. Tap penalty, tap line out, and it's loose, and it goes through the hands back onto Krugersdorp side. That's crossing the advantage line. They've got to get this ball back, which they do. They're still moving soft hands. That ball would have gone forward. So forward pass there out to number 14. Kakiso Mutslaba receiving the forward pass, and the referee right on the spot to say, come back, gentlemen, we've got to scrum down now. Right, an ideal opportunity for Gerard Swanepoel now to be used in his number 8 position. Is he going to pick up and have a go, or is it going through the hands of the backs again? First needed is a solid scrum from Sutherland. Krugersdorp have been putting their hands up in the set pieces and saying, we're not going to give it to you too easily, and putting Sutherland under a bit of pressure at the scrum time, so quick feed needed. 27.5 minutes gone, so we're down into the last 2.5 minutes. It's always positive for any team to be able to score just before halftime and go into the change room taking a lead in with you. 8-9 pickup, and that is a good pickup by 8 in Gerard Swanepoel. Kieran Fasaki's there as well as the scrum off trying to clear out. Ball has been recycled well. Pick and go is the call. Krugersdorp not letting them come through there. Kieran Fasaki gets it through the hands to his man. Sends it Mashaya. It's gone out wide, and once again there's been a knock forward, and referee says no, can't play on Krugersdorp. You've knocked that ball in the pickup. Very close to one of the last phases of this first half. Score at 28 minutes have been up on the clock, and we have got a scoreboard that reads 0-0. And we haven't seen that for some time during the days of the festival, which is wonderful when the two sides can battle it out like this, because the game can go anyway and keeps everybody on their toes, including us here on the sideline observing this great game. Right, some move has been decided here. I can see there number 8 in Gerard Swanepoel talking to his 10 in Senzo Moshaya and saying, right, they've got something going on. The two communicating again whilst referee is settling the front rows. Here we go now. Right, as said, Krugersdorp putting in, and referee's call, early shove on the by Krugersdorp, so he's given a half arm, short arm, and this is a positive run, and that's the score needed.
Come, Lee. Lee.
Dom Luke Severs, the replacement, the number 17. Dom Luke Severs, he's the scorer of that try. He's just come on. And a replacement for the hooker. So it's a great run from him. And I'm sure as a replacement hooker, his team will be exceptionally proud of his efforts there, running, putting his ears back and going for a good 15 meters to dot down. Now Senzo has the opportunity to convert this into 7 points. And he's done just that. And how many times does that happen in a game of the rugby? Where a score will happen just before the half-time whistle. And as was called, there we go. 30 minutes and Sutherland take the lead through a try through Mr. Sidders. Half-time, what a game it's been. So we look forward to the second half. Once again, we've got magnificent weather out here at Heronbridge College, where we are enjoying the Standard Bank Heronbridge Invitational Festival. We've had great games of rugby played this morning, with more to follow this afternoon, as well as girls netball and girls hockey. And this carries through with a full round of final fixtures on Mondays. So please, folk, if you are nearby and you feel like coming to watch some good high school sport, please come and join us here at Heronbridge College. If you're at home, turn up that supporters volume and cheer on your teams. It's lovely being with you.
I don't want to hold him there so that his shoulder doesn't touch yours. And then when you go into the set, then you go for the long one. Yes, but then he spreads it close. Because then his shoulder, I want you to hold him on, push him on his shoulder. Hold him on his shoulder. Go. Come on, push him! If you buy him there, look how close your shoulders are. Okay, but if you're going to buy him there, look how... Go, Jets, come on. I want 5 minutes. Go, so show me you want to be on this one. Go. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Got all the energy and out of water.
Yeah, they're definitely going left. They're definitely going left.
Philip now the referee to start the second half. And that's entrusted to Ryan Kumbula to do just that. Well received by Sutherland. And holding being the call. Always got to get numbers to that breakdown when a man advances. So many times I call them jockeys get there too late and then their player has to hold on waiting for that reinforcement to arrive. And that's when referees have no option but to say holding on. It's a good kick by Krugersdorp. Well, they're the ones now to put points on the board and settle the deficit. At this early start of the second half. With Sutherland having scored right at the end of the first half. That's a good variation. It has covered the 5 meters, so referee says play on, did cross the line. And straight down off their feet again. That's a good effort and taking a lot of pressure off. So Sutherland moving forward, getting away from the try line and out of danger zone. Garrett Swanepoel is the man entrusted to put this ball in again. 16 and 18, Komohelo Madzuko comes on and he's joined by Anotida Mongwanda. That's well taken by Ushuramawa in the line. It's very well received as well by Seseto Ondala for Krugersdorp when he received that kick forward, and there has been a slight knock in that. So scrum down to Sutherland. Kieran Fasaki's ready. He wants to get on with the game. Just having a quick chat to the Referee.
Fine, keep the gap, keep the gap.
Keep the gap as you hear until the calls are made.
Outside, outside. Hold stick for that ball. Mansuka, Arnold, calm down, wait for the ball. Captain. You don't scrum and sit. You scrum when you see the ball. You have to put his name. Remember, he can hear.
I've mentioned it before, and it's good to see that the referee is making sure that safety factors are adhered to. There are techniques needed when we are setting down a scrum, and those must be adhered to for the safety of all players involved. That's why the scrum is staying up through the hands. And that's a cutback by Liema Yanana. Can that be recycled? Here's the new man coming on. That's a double roll, and that can't be done. So number 18, Anatoda Mwangwanda, has been penalised for the double roll. That's been 10 metres scored. Referee playing the advantage, and no advantage for Krugersdorp because Sutherland have not retreated the 10. And as he's done throughout the game, that gives Ryan Kumbula the opportunity to take us forward and put Krugersdorp on attack. Important line out here, Timmy Goliath now, to make sure that his teammates secure this line out. Are they going to be driving this? It's gone to the back, it's gone too far. But there's a knock on that pickup. And that knock coming from Senzo Moshaya. That knock from the Satoli. And the Krugersdorp side. Kieran Fasaki yet again with the ball. They have brought Kieran Beach, the number 13 centre. They've come through onto the blind side. Is this an option? Yes, it is. Kieran Beach receives it. He always goes forward and makes sure he gains ground for his team. The next pillar has been gaining ground for them, and that's well played by number 8, Karatswana Pool. And referee has said you're offside from the second phase, and that came through quick play by Sutherland, and that's why Krugersdorp hadn't retreated enough behind their last line of feet. That's a good kick, and Sutherland now come onto the 10-metre line of Krugersdorp. 36 minutes into the game. 6.5 minutes of the second half. What call are they going to have now, Sutherland? And it has gone to number 4, Tabiso Matlapela. Tap back. But Sutherland have secured Fasaki. He's got to look for runners here. He finds it in Sidders. And Amodlam Mwangwanda again in the game and taking it forward. Some positive energies with these replacements that have come on. Well received through the hands. Kieran Beach again. He's a man that only knows one way, Kieran Beach, and that's forward. And so does Karatswana Paul. Still on his feet. He just needs numbers there. That's all he needs. Quick hands now. Sidders again. He's just come on. Can he make it a second try? But that is Krugersdorp using their hands at ruck and trying to get that ball fed. It's tapped and out it goes again. And that could just be held up. Through the hands it goes. Kieran Beach, like I said, he knows one way. Can he get his body out down? That's all that's needed. Recycle ball through the hands is on. It's a long pass out wide. And a great try. That came through 3 or 4 phases. The 15 there for Sutherland, and Liam Pather. He's the man that goes through, and it's wonderful to see when play is set up on the right-hand side of the field, but you score on the left-hand side. Well done, Sutherland. Right, Sensor Mashar now, he's the man again that has the kicking duties. He's wanting to make sure that he can... He's definitely chipped that, and has he got this? He's got the distance, but just not the direction. $12-0 the score. 10 minutes into the second half, and some changes made. And that's to see our hooker, Oweto Nodada, go back on. And Don Sitters will be coming back to compliments the reserve. Because he definitely made a contribution, and he was the man that scored that try in the first half for his team. So that blood replacement definitely worked for Sutherland. Some replacements as well for Krugersdorp. And number 1 in Tatako Malokeli coming off. That's a good take. Can this now actually get fed and out through the hands? And this is a magnificent run forward, and lots of Karot Sonapul gaining ground there. So had a good game today, and Sutherland forwards at the ruck time again, not staying on their feet and going straight to ground. And credit must go there. I'd called it as Karot Sonapul. Let me correct it and say Charles Hoffman was the man that ran the lock forward. And well done to Charles Hoffman there. But Krugersdorp, good to them now. They actually coming forward, but as I say, just as they advancing after second, third phase, it's the soft hands again that lead to that knock-on. And Sutherland will now move into setting up the scrum. And back to the options that will be afforded Senzo Mashaya at fly half. What will he take? Will he take it back into the Krugersdorp half? Or will Sutherland now get their tails up and try and be a bit expensive and run from within their own half? Krugersdorp seem to be mapping out their defence patterns here, where they are waiting for any deep kick or long kicks. So Senzo has taken note of that. It may take its time, and we might be watching, say, let's get on with it, referee. But again, once again, I've got to recognise that he is trying to make sure the safety of these players is paramount, and that's why the scrum is staying up. Here we go. What's the call? Yeah, the boys are on the run, and out it comes to 15. Through the hands it'll go, and he's been held up. Liam Pather couldn't go anywhere, the try scorer, but now the ball is advancing. It has gone to ground. It's turnover ball. Well played by Krugersdorp. It's pick and go time. Once again, the score's got to come quickly from Dean. He does just that. And there again, a knock on from Tristan Duplessis. Referee still playing the advantage. And Kieran Fasaki, the scrum off. He picks up Liam Pather. An advantage has been played, so referee says, let's take the line out. Right, back we go to Timmy Goliath. The options have been their number 8, Tristan Duplessis, in the line out. They've got Mr. Pullen there, he's a big man as well. But Tristan again, he's the man. Offside, they'd come through, the line out wasn't over. So Sutherland had advanced. It's the right call. It's actually, referee now has noticed that the back line were offside. Tap and go, that's good thinking. Was a good tap and go from Ryan Kumbula, but knock on again. Just the handing has let Krugersdorp down, and led to many a knock on scrum that they have created through their handling and picking up. And referee now just explaining quickly to Senzoni's backline that you're coming up while the line out was still on, and you got to keep your 10 meters back. Normally has come off the top, and that's probably why the Sutherland players have advanced so quickly. But this time around, Krugersdorp decided to hold on to it. And advancement was too early. Kieran Fasaki, now there are definite options here. He can choose either way, and he's got his team lined up and split just accordingly for that. Do we have an 8 pickup in Gerard Swanepoel? Will he choose an option first? Krugersdorp flankers, are they ready? So many phases of play to be played off from this feed. And they've gone to the left. Pather again. It's been lovely. He was the try scorer in that first half as well. This has got to come back. Pillars are waiting. Sullivan ready to clash this ball up. They're going to do that as well to Swanepoel. Referee has his arm out. The next. Can this go onto a boot? It's an educated kick. Would have been interesting to see if referee Nell had let that go on. But he felt that there wasn't enough of the Sutherland players advancing to turn that into something positive. And Krugersdorp had got back in numbers. Right, Senzo back again and trusted with the duties. If he gets into this, he can take his team forwards. And that's not a bad kick, but he hasn't reached touch. There's got to be careful calling there, and well received by Krugersdorp. And that looks like Kakiso Maslaba under that high ball, but Sutherland are up onto him and into touch. And just before touch, a knock into touch. That means that we're going to be having a scrum down. And scrum down has been called by the ref, and this will be time now for Sutherland to see if they can advance their score from 12. A side that's difficult to keep out when they get inside the opposition 22, and they are just about there. So Krugersdorp, do make sure that you've got those defense patterns lined up, which they seem to have. scrum time. Can Krugersdorp put Sutherland on the back foot here at the scrum? It's a steady scrum. That ball's got to come out. It does just so. Well picked up on Senso. Back inside, he gives it to his teammate in Niyama. Now it's got to roll away time. There are hands on here. It's got to be quick hands. Is he isolated? And looks like that is coming again. Pick up and go. Kieran Fasaki, bit lucky to get away with that one when he went in to try and clear out, going off his feet. Karat Swanepoel, number 8 gets it out. Liam Pather again. He's got good feet, this young man. And he's got himself down, so that's tackle ball, so it's got to come back now. Fasaki's ready, he's got the big gun. He's got 16 there in Camelo. And Camelo's just short of the line. Ball's recycled. They've got big ones again. 10 Senso puts it out. And down into the corner. That's another good pace play. Number 11, the left wing, and he's the man that gets the honours to end off a good series of phases for Sutherland that went left and right, and then right from the right-hand side forward again, and then crisp passing from 9 to 10 and right through to a fancy on the outside for him to dot down as number 11. And that's taken the score to 17 points. And Senso Mashaya comes forward. And that's been pushed wide. I still enjoy the spirited efforts of Krugersdorp as well. Credit to them. They've made a game of this. 17-12 the score. And the ball in the hands of Dylan Mark.
I know they're going left. Get a pod ready left side. They're going to definitely kick it. Get a pod ready.
Right, just replacements being made. Right, and all boys getting a run here. Looks like Karat Swanepoel again, the number 8 taking it on. Kieran Fasaki, soft hands again. These are good pods that are being played and good leg work there. These props that have come on Atida Mangwanda has made a good effort. Pather's been tackled in there and will be right on the spot. Sutherland need to regroup. Fasaki goes blind. There's a knock on. Right, so referee has taken it off. You might be saying, but it was on the 5-metre line. And referee has seen that there has been some turf that has been dug up there from the scrumming. So for safety factors again, he's brought it in a bit infield so that the boys can make sure that they keep themselves balanced on their scrumming techniques. Some big men in those front rows there, and they got to keep that weight up and keep their backs in straight, and it has been wheeled. I see that Jordan Pullen for Krugersdorp has moved in from his lock position into a loose head position. Once again the scrum moving, and that just proves the energy that has been shown through the footwork at scrum time by both these packs. And referee just wanting to give them solid ground. 53 minutes gone in the game. That should put 7 minutes left on the clock. Saki gets that ball back. Senzo receives. Once again, he's found some green grass to bounce and roll. It's well received by Orcheli Listoli, as I say that, and then goes into touch. And scramble defense there by Krugersdorp. I mentioned it earlier that as Sutherland get into 22, they do seem to know which is the way home to that try line, and let's see if they can do it again. Right, that's been tapped back. This is a great run forward now. That is put Sutherland on the front foot. Senzo again, sells the dummy. Is he all the way through? And what a good run that is. And Shane looking for a runner. Krugersdorp waited as well instead of taking him down first, and gave him that opportunity to swivel and then wheel his way over for that try. And I'm sure he's going to add his own conversion, which will be 7 more points. That try scored in the 55th minute of the game. 55 minutes up now. And Senzo going forward with the kick to say, yes please, I'll take the 2 points and send that to 19 points. .24 is the score. Just a call here now with the substitution being made. Right, and we've got the... Right, and as much as I'm trying to play it under the festival side of things, just got to make sure that it is control here. There's only a blood bid substitution, and replacement hooker had already been on. And when the hooker went back, he can't come back on now. Right, line out time. So technical law there as replacement time. Already been on the field. And to come off again and go back on. So the game continues. And well done again by Sutherland. Number 5, Charles Hoffman, to disrupt that. It's like Hooker Owetu Unoduda has taken the game up for Sutherland in the tight phase. Kieran Fasaki has kicked crossfield right into the hands of number 13. But everybody is in front for Krugersdorp. They've crossed the advantage line. All offside. And that has been advanced 10 meters. Right, so Sutherland in total control now, and Krugersdorp needing to regroup.
Wants to move it back.
And that has gone into touch. Both players going for the ball. Just a call needed. And that is unfortunately still allowed Sutherland to be on attack. Both players going for the ball, and then into touch it went. So ball in. No need to have tapped that because it would have been taken cleanly with two hands by Sutherland if they had wanted it, but on the ground, playing hands in the ruck. And tap ball will be, looks like, and I think now sense prevails with Kumbulo coming forward to say, come on guys, let's just rather gain some meters and put this forward. And that we talk about 59th minutes of the game, so we've got seconds left. Been a good game, did deteriorate a little bit with some openness and in the latter stages of the second half. And when I say openness, both sides becoming a bit overexcited and wanting to try and experiment, which is encouraging, but you got to keep to your structures and just regroup, and that will make sure that you can get points on the board. I'll give it a Right, what a game that has been, and it's so encouraging again to see players, after really being in the ring together, actually regrouping after the final whistle, just to say to each other, thanks for that rugby spirit and thank you for that enjoyment that we had out there. An enjoyment it was for us to even observe and from the sideline. So to Port Sutherland, congratulations on your 24-0 victory, and well done to Krugersdorp High as well. A spirited effort, and you can hold your heads up high, Krugersdorp. You really did entertain the crowds as well. So here is the acknowledgement. Sutherland forming the tunnel, and Krugersdorp to come through to be applauded for their efforts by the opposition.